The Couchiching Summer Conference has been called everything from summer camp for the mind to a civil place to disagree. For more than 75 years, the Couchiching Institute on Public Affairs, Canada's oldest and most influential non-partisan forum for public affairs, has met at the shores of Lake Couchiching for intensive and intimate discussions of the central policy challenges of the day. Those who attend are a mix of influential Canadians and international figures from industry, academia, and government, and interested, engaged citizens from across Canada.
Well, I know there is a lake someplace around here because I've seen little glimpses of it, but that is the closest I've got to, because every single minute of the time here has been spent talking to people, listening to people, being charged by the conversations going on. There's not a meal that you have, there's not a moment that you have when somebody isn't engaging you in something that you hadn't thought about, that you have thought about but never thought about from that angle, or telling you something so completely new that you feel you just want to stop and research it immediately.
Couch is a civil place to disagree. That's the reputation. I was on a panel last night where I gave a fairly strident view about part of our ag policy around supply management, which I think is a system really in need of change. And I got some pretty tough questions from the audience, but then people bought me a drink at the bar afterwards. So that was pretty civil.
I've certainly found a place where there's some very intellectually active participants, challenging each other, challenging speakers, and really putting you in a place where you're perhaps pushed a little bit from your comfort zone, because people are passionate and they're often here representing strongly held personal views. They're not there just reading a script on behalf of an organization, and I think that's good, because a lot of events, a lot of conferences, people are there wearing a hat, they're representing a particular interest, and they're kind of reading that kind of prepared position. But here it's different.
Over the years, the issues examined at the Couchiching Conference have reflected the changing concerns of Canadian society and the world. The Couchiching Institute on Public Affairs is a crucible of provocative questions, creative ideas, and divergent discussions that are the product of the collective contributions of all who attend.
The world is changing, and corporate Canada knows that it has to take corporate social responsibility very seriously. It has to be aware of their impacts on society that go well beyond just the products that they produce, the people they employ. So a place like this where those public policy issues are openly debated, I think it's important for companies, for business interests to engage and to support that in this country.
I think that I've heard about 6 different books I want to write just from this conference. All kinds of journalism I want to do, all kinds of tips, and every single moment of a Couchiching conference is charged with learning things, being challenged in your own perceptions of things, and changing your mind about things you thought you were absolutely sure of.
There's really a debate about ideas, about how we form policy in Canada, to have a better Canada. I think we're all here for the same reason, to have a country that works better.
Crisis can open up opportunities for great innovations in politics, in government, in business, and in social policies. Using the lens of the global recession, this year's conference will explore whether the recent economic upheaval has led to a shift in our notions of the role of the state, the global economy, and in the role and direction of public policy. Join some of Canada's most provocative and well-known thinkers as they explore the opportunities opened up and take a look at what has been foreclosed, and the consequences of both for the global community.